Namaste. Hello. Namaste, everybody. How are you? Welcome back to my class. Namaste. So we always start our class with a prayer. So last class, we learned some prayers to Lord Ganesha. So we're now going to start the class with those prayers to Lord Ganesha. So fold your hands and repeat after me. Om Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Ganeshaya Namaha. And now we are going to chant the following prayer. Repeat after me. Vakratunda Mahakaya. Vakratunda Mahakaya. Suryakoti Samaprabha. Suryakoti Samaprabha. Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva. Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva. Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Now I'm going to chant the whole prayer. Vakratunda Mahakaya. Suryakoti Samaprabha. Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva. Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada. Very good. So today I'm going to tell you some stories about Lord Ganesha, and it will answer the few questions which Raj and Rani had. So the first story is, how did Lord Ganesha have an elephant head? So one day, Devi Parvati wanted to take a bath and did not want to be disturbed. She made a handsome young boy with a big belly out of clay and gave him life. She called him Ganesha, her son. So this is Devi Parvati, mother of little Ganesha. And here is a pot of clay, and she made him out of clay and gave her life. She said to Ganesha, "Please stand as a guard for me and let no one enter the house." She also gave him all her powers. Ganesha became very strong. After some time, Lord Shiva came home. Lord Shiva is the husband of Devi Parvati. Ganesha stopped him from entering the house. Lord Shiva became very angry. Lord Shiva ordered his army to force Ganesha out of the way. See, he's saying, let me go in, it's my house. And Ganesha said, no, you cannot enter the house. So Lord Shiva ordered his army to force Ganesha out of the way. However, they were unable to defeat him. Then Lord Shiva cut off Ganesha's head with his trident. See, this is Lord Shiva's trident. This is the weapon which Lord Shiva used. And also Lord Shiva always wear a snake around his neck. And he chopped off Ganesha's head. So Lord Shiva cut off Ganesha's head with his trident. Devi Parvati became very angry when she stepped out and saw her son lying dead and headless. Here is poor Ganesha. She threatened to destroy the entire universe unless Lord Shiva brought him back to life. So she said to Lord Shiva that unless you bring my son back to life, I'm going to destroy this whole world. Lord Shiva ordered his people to bring the head of the first living thing they came across. They soon returned with the head of an elephant. Lord Shiva then put the elephant's head on Ganesha's body and brought him back to life. See, this is Lord Shiva is putting an elephant head on Ganesha's body, and he brought him back to life. He declared Ganesha to be his son and made him the leader of all his Ganas. Ganas means people. Therefore, he is also called Ganapati. Ganapati means one who protects his people, who takes care of his people. So another name of Lord Ganesha is also Ganapati. Lord Shiva promised Devi Parvati that everyone would worship Ganesha before starting anything new to get his blessings. So this is also a story of Lord Ganesha's birth. So here is Devi Parvati, and she's very happy that he is alive again. So this is how Lord Ganesha got an elephant head. So we all know that Lord Ganesha loves laddus. Look how he's enjoying the laddus. He takes a laddus from one ball, he eats it up, and then from another, and he's just enjoying the laddus. His vehicle, the little mouse, is also enjoying the laddu. See, he's wagging his tail and he's eating the laddu. So now I'm going to tell you a story how Lord Ganesha managed to get laddus. One day, many years back, all the gods, they are also called Devas, longing to see Lord Shiva, decided to visit Mount Kailash, home to Lord Shiva and Devi Parvati. See, this is Lord Shiva and Devi Parvati, and these are the Devas. And they prepared a sweet dish of laddus and they brought to Lord Shiva and Devi Parvati. So Devas prepared sweet, delicious laddus for Lord Shiva and Devi Parvati. On seeing the mouth-watering laddus, both Ganesha and his brother Kartikeya wanted the laddus all for themselves. So this is Kartikeya, Ganesha, and Devi Parvati. They were not ready to share the laddus with each other, like they were being naughty. Seeing them quarreling, Mother Parvati said, "These laddus are very special. One who proves his devotion and goes around the world 3 times and returns to Mount Kailash first will get the laddus." So she put a condition. She said, anyone who goes around the world 3 times and comes to the Mount Kailash first will get the laddus. So now let us find out who get the laddus. Kartikeya immediately climbed on his high-speed vehicle, the Peacock, at once and set off to win the race. He was pretty confident that he will win the race because his vehicle is so fast. And he thought, oh, Ganesha will not win the race. He just has a mouse, a slow-moving mouse as a vehicle. Ganesha was worried about the race as he was fat and his vehicle was just a mouse. He didn't know what to do. So based on his wisdom, he decided to go around his parents 3 times instead around the world because he felt that his parents were his world. So look at Lord Ganesha. He's going around his parents 3 times. And look at Lord Shiva and Devi Parvati. They are watching him. And see, Lord Ganesha is just going round and round and round. So do you think he will win the laddus? Let's see. Mother Parvati was very happy with the intelligence and devotion of little Ganesha. She immediately lifted him up and placed him on her lap. See, she placed Lord Ganesha on her lap. Ganesha shared the laddus with his brother Kartikeya. Right? Like that was a nice thing to do. We should always share our belongings or our things, our toys with our brothers and sisters. So here, see, Lord Ganesha is enjoying all the laddus. So by his wisdom, he was able to manage to get the laddus. But in the end, he did share with his brother. Oh, now I'm going to tell you a story about Lord Ganesha and Kubera. This is Kubera. He had lots of money. See all his gold coins falling, and he was very proud of them. So Lord Ganesha taught him a lesson, and we're going to hear that story. It's a very funny story. Let's hear it. Kubera, the Lord of Wealth, was quite proud of his riches. Right? He was very proud that I have so much money and I have a big palace and I have so many things. One day, he went to Lord Shiva and Devi Parvati and invited them to his house for dinner. He said, please come to my house for dinner. But actually, it was not for dinner he invited them. He wanted to show his riches to Lord Shiva and Devi Parvati. So Lord Shiva wanted to teach Kubera a lesson because he knew that Kubera's invitation was not out of devotion or love for him, but to show off his wealth and riches. So he thought, I better teach Kubera a lesson. So let's find out how Lord Shiva taught Kubera a lesson. Lord Shiva said to him, I cannot come. I'm too busy right now. I cannot come. But take my little son Ganesha with you. Take care of him. He is a big eater. You better serve him lots of food. Serve him well. So see, Lord Kubera is taking little Ganesha to his home, to his palace. And he's holding his finger and he's watching. Kubera took Ganesha to his home. He served him many delicious dishes. Ganesha began to eat all the food, and soon there was none left. See, all the food, all these people in the kitchen are bringing food to Ganesha, and Ganesha is just eating and eating and eating all the dishes. And Kubera started getting worried. He then began to eat all the spoons, the dishes, the furniture, and asked for more food because he was still hungry. Lord Ganesha said to Kubera, if you do not bring me more food, I will eat you up. Lord Kubera now was very worried and very scared. There was nothing left in the house to serve Ganesha. All the food Ganesha had already eaten up. But Ganesha was also getting angry. Kubera got scared and he ran to Lord Shiva to seek his help. So he said, I don't know what to do now. I don't know what to serve to Ganesha. So he ran to Lord Shiva and Devi Parvati and said, please help me. What should I do? So Lord Shiva handed him a cup of rice cereal. He just handed him a little bowl and gave him some rice cereal and asked Kubera to give it to Ganesha. Kubera came back and gave the rice cereal to Ganesha. Ganesha ate it and he was no longer hungry. Kubera realized his mistake and sought forgiveness for his pride. So both Lord Shiva and Ganesha, Lord Ganesha, taught Kubera a lesson that you should not be proud of your riches. See, you had such a big palace and you had so many food, so many delicious dishes, but still you cannot, I was still hungry. So the lesson we learn from this story is that we should not be proud of what we possess. right? Instead, we should use our possessions to do good for others. So if everybody needs help, then we help them, right? So this is the lesson this story teaches us. So let's now listen. I will tell you another story. And you see in this story, Ganesha has a one broken tooth. And we all wonder, how did his tooth got broken? And see, with this broken tooth, he's writing something. So this is the story, how Ganesha, why Lord Ganesha has only one tooth. And look at the mouse, he's still enjoying the laddu. He's sitting near Lord Ganesha and eating his laddu. So let's find out how Lord Ganesha had a broken tooth. Sage Vyasa, he's a very learned person, right? He was a very learned person. And he wanted to write the book called the Mahabharata. Mahabharata is a book which had lots of stories. And I'm going to tell you those stories. So he approached Lord Ganesha and asked him to write what he spoke. So he wanted Lord Ganesha to write his book, Mahabharata. So Lord Ganesha agreed, but under the condition. He had one condition, and he said to Sage Vyasa that Sage Vyasa would not stop speaking till the book was complete. He said, you cannot stop in middle. You have to, unless your book is complete, you have to keep on speaking. The sage said, okay. But the sage in turn also had a condition. So Sage Vyasa also had a condition. And his condition was that Lord Ganesha must understand what he wrote. He should not just write it. He should also understand it. So both Lord Ganesha had a condition that Sage Vyasa should not stop, and Sage Vyasa had a condition that Lord Ganesha should understand what he is speaking. Okay, so Lord Ganesha agreed and started writing, right? Now, Sage Vyasa would dictate a difficult verse each time he needed to catch his breath, so that Lord Ganesha would take time to understand it, right? In his hurry to complete one of the verses, Lord Ganesha broke the feather with which he was writing. So in olden days, people used to write with a feather. They used to dip the point of the end of the feather into an ink and write it. At those days, people didn't have pens and pencils to write, right? So Lord Ganesha broke the feather. And you know what he did? So he broke one of his tusks, right? And dipped it in the ink and continued writing till the book was complete. So he used his tooth as a pen. He dipped it in the ink and he kept on writing. So that is how he has a broken tooth. You know, Mahabharata is one of the longest epics, longest books in the world, with about 100,000 verses. It has many verses. It carries a universal message. It teaches us that victory comes to those who stay on the righteous path, that whoever does the right thing in the end always wins. So we should always do the right thing. This is how Lord Ganesha got his name, Ekadanta. I told you in the last class. Eka means one and Danta means tooth. So one who has one tooth, Ekadanta. So now you know why Lord Ganesha has a broken tooth. Oh, and the next story is a very funny story. It is the story Lord Ganesha curses the moon. Once Lord Ganesha got very angry with the moon and he cursed him. So here is the moon. See, here is the nice little round moon. And this is the moon god. And look how handsome he is. And this is Lord Ganesha. He's riding on a mouse and he's going somewhere. So let's find out what happened in the story. One day, after spending a day at his friend's house, Lord Ganesha was returning to his home. See, Lord Ganesha, it was night time and he's returning to his home, riding his mouse. He overate and his stomach became quite big. He could barely walk. Somehow, he managed to ride on his vehicle, the mouse, right? It was night time. And suddenly the mouse stumbled upon something. Lord Ganesha fell on the ground and the mouse also fell. So both Lord Ganesha and the mouse fell down. His dress got torn. He felt embarrassed. He looked around. No one was happy. No one was watching. So he was happy that no one was watching. He thought no one was watching, but someone was watching him fall down. Let's find out who was watching him. He got up and looked around, and there was the moon, who had seen him fall. The moment he saw Ganesha fall, he could not control his laughter. Ha 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 ha! What a funny sight, Ganesha. What with your big belly and tiny feet, how did you manage to ride a mouse? I really wonder. So he started making fun of Ganesha. Ha 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 ha! What a funny sight. You fell down. I saw you. I saw you. So he started making fun of him. And Moon was very proud that he looked so handsome. So Moon was very proud of his looks. So then Lord Ganesha got very angry. And then we see what happens. Ganesha looked up at the moon. His face became red with anger. And he uttered a curse. He cursed the moon. Oh, moon, you are so proud of your looks. You have forgotten that the bright light you display is not your own. You borrow it from the sun. From now on, may that light never fall on you again. You will become invisible. Nobody will see you. You will become invisible. So he cursed the moon that you become invisible. Now the moon soon realized his mistake, and he begged for Lord Ganesha's forgiveness. He said, "Please forgive me. I'm sorry." So Lord Ganesha said, "I cannot take back my words. I have cursed you and I cannot take back. But I can lessen the curse. You will slowly reduce in your size, and only one day during each month, you will disappear from the sky. For only one day, you will become invisible. You will again regain your size. And on the 15th day, you will glow in your full size. You will become full again. So from that day, the waxing, meaning becoming bigger, and weaning, becoming smaller, of the moon started. The moon had learned its lesson to be humble. So this story teaches us that we should again not be proud of how we look. It matters what is inside us, not what is outside. So it's from inside, we should be caring, loving, and not making fun of others. So this is what this story teaches us. So now I have told you all these stories, and you know why Lord Ganesha have an elephant head, why he has one tooth, and so on. So now we are going to learn another prayer to Lord Ganesha. This is a very, look at the picture of Lord Ganesha, right? So you fold your hands again and you repeat after me. Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum. Repeat after me. Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum. Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam. Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam. Prasannavadanam. Prasannavadanam. Dhyayet Sarva Vigno Pashantaye. So listen to the prayer one more time. Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vigno Pashantaye. Do not worry. We will repeat this prayer in each class and soon you will know how to chant it. So you know what this prayer means? Salutations to Lord Ganesha, who wears the white garment. Here he is wearing a yellow, but sometimes he also wears a white garment. Who is all pervasive. That means who's everywhere. Who has a bright complexion like a moon. See, he has a bright complexion like a moon. Who has 4 hands. See, he has 4 hands, representing all power, representing he's very powerful. Who has an ever-smiling face. See, he has an ever-smiling face for the removal of all obstacles. So salutations to Lord Ganesha for the removal of all obstacles. So I'm going to chant the prayer one more time and you listen carefully. Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vigno Pashantaye. Oh, now we are going to learn some Hindi words. This is a Hindi nursery rhyme. Like you have nursery rhymes in English, like Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, or Mary Had a Little Lamb. We have nursery rhymes in Hindi also. And when I was a little child growing up in India, I used to love singing these nursery rhymes. So this nursery rhyme is about an elephant. And you know what an elephant is. Hathi. So I'm going to read it and you listen to me. Hathi aya. Aya means has come. Hathi aya. The elephant has come. The elephant has come. Hathi aya. Hathi aya. Hathi aya. Hathi aya. Sur hilata. Hathi aya. Sur is trunk. Hilata means shaking. So the elephant has come shaking his trunk. Sur hilata. Hathi aya. Pooch hilata. Hathi aya. Pooch is a tail. So sur is a trunk and pooch is a tail. Kaan hilata hathi aya. Kaan is ears. So the elephant has come shaking his trunk, shaking his tail, and shaking his ears. Shor machata hathi aya. Shor machata is making noise. So elephant has come making lots of noise. Hathi aya. Hathi aya. So I'm going to sing one more time and you just listen and maybe after the class you can also sing. Hathi aya. Hathi aya. Hathi aya. Hathi aya. सूंड हिलाता हाथी आया, पूंछ हिलाता हाथी आया, कान हिलाता हाथी आया, शोर मचाता हाथी आया, हाथी आया, हाथी आया. So now you have learned a few more Hindi words like आया, सूंड, पूंछ, हिलाता, कान, शोर, मचाता. Okay, so we end the class. We always end the class with a prayer. So in the last class, we learned the one line of the prayer, and in this class, we will learn the second line. This prayer has 4 lines. So fold your hands again and repeat after me. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayaha. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayaha. One more time, repeat after me. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayaha. And you know what this prayer means? This prayer means, may all be happy. May all be free from disease. May all not get sick. See here, all these people, right? All the children are holding hands. And this is the globe, this is the world. And they are praying that may everybody all around the world be happy. May everybody around the world not fall sick. So this is a prayer we always chant. So now Lord Ganesha is blessing us, and Rani and Raj will now give you prasada, a gift from Lord Ganesha. And he look at his hand, he's saying blessings. He's saying everything will be okay. So you take the prasada very gracefully. So now namaste, the class end. I will see you again. And phir milenge. Phir milenge means we will see you again. And namaste also means goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Namaste. Rani and Raj are also saying goodbye. And Chota Hathi is saying goodbye. And Lord Ganesha is saying bless you. So namaste, goodbye. See you again.